both skills and knowledge increases the ability of the mankind to earn more, to get respect also in the society. So apart from that, good human capital is needed to produce more human capital. Here some of the sources includes proper education, health, on-the-job training, migration and information. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Nikhilavati S, Faculty of Commerce, Vidhyaashram Pre-University College, the Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. I welcome you all for the sessions on the subject Economics for first PUC. Today we will be discussing about the fourth chapter, that is Human Capital Formation in India. So this chapter, it's all about human capital. Especially the country like India has to make use of its manpower in a very well manner. India is one of the most populated country in the world and it has got huge manpower. And that manpower or human resources, how they can be converted into human capital. So that is possible by equipping them with proper education and skills. So here it's all about how is the human capital formation in India. What are the government efforts to make all kinds of human beings into human capital so that the human resources in the form of human capital, they serve for the country. That means they are able to generate more income for the country as well as for their livelihood. In this chapter, we will be discussing about an overall introduction about what is human capital formation is all about. Then, what is human capital? Next, we have various sources of human capital, how the humans can be converted into human capital. What are the ways to make them as a capital or an investment? Then, human capital and economic growth. Again, India's policy perspective. So, these are the topics covered for today's session. Moving forward, what makes human beings different from animals? So it is this one point that human beings can store bigger or a larger amount of knowledge, information. They can be equipped with more and more skills compared to animals. So it's the man's ability or the capacity to store knowledge makes him differentiate from other living species in the world. Again, the importance of skill and training. So in this chapter, we will also be learning about what is the importance of skills and training. So why the human resources or manpower has to be equipped with these skills and training. So if the man is equipped with more skills, he'll be more valued. Both skills and knowledge increases the ability of the mankind to earn more, to get respect also in the society. And not only that, what are the benefits of education? So what are the benefits of education? Education gives the mankind or increases the ability or the capacity to earn more and more income for the future, to live a respected life in the society, to make him learn disciplines in life. And he also learns other values through education along with the income generation. Apart from that, what is the role played by education and technology and why it is important for every mankind? And what are the others economists weave on the human capital formation? So why the human has to be given with proper education, knowledge, skills as well as healthcare? Because here the main intention is to convert the human beings into human capital. So capital, just like in any business, capital is an investment to start the business. So just like that, how human beings can be made as human capital. So when they have that ability to generate some kind of revenues, incomes and other values in life, they can be called as human capital. So let us look into more on what is human capital. So human capital basically turning human resources, that any kind of, like say for example, the human beings are into various profession, maybe nurses, teachers, farmers, all them into human capital. That means as engineers, doctors and professionals. That means, say for example, here all are human resources. So how to make them and turn them into human capital? So then it requires education, training and skill development. So to make human as a capital, they require proper education, training as well as skills development, as it empowers them and increase their ability to perform well. So apart from that, good human capital is needed to produce more human capital. So to produce more human capital, we need good human capital. Say for example, a skilled person can teach another person about the skills he has. If a man knows how to perform a job, then only he can guide others that how he can perform the job in the same way. So we need more and more human capital. And also it involves investment in people's skills and capabilities. So just like capital is invested in business, here it is the capital that is invested in people's skills and capabilities to make them more skilled and capable to live a better life as well as to earn income for a better future. Next, let us discuss about some of the key questions like what are the sources of human capital? So how we can generate the human capital, and what is the relationship between human capital and economic growth? So why the human has to be made as human capital, and what is the use of them for economic growth? And what is that link between human capital and all-round development of the people and the country? And what is the role of government in human capital formation in India? So what role and initiatives that or the decisions that the government has undertaken to make manpower an asset for the country? Moving forward, we have sources of human capital. So how to generate human capital? What are the sources for generating human capital? That means here some of the sources includes proper education, health, on-the-job training, migration and information. So first we have is education. So education always helps in increasing one's knowledge, skills and abilities. So education not only imparts whatever that is the information that need to be known by a man, but also along with it some of the values and the proper culture. So here through education it increases future income and productivity of the people. So a person who is highly educated or a professional like doctor or engineer earns more comparatively a person who has just done his 10th or PUC and one who is a data entry operator. So why? It is because of the skills and knowledge, the amount of knowledge a person has. So education helps the man to increase his future income and productivity. And not only that, health is equally important along with education, because a sound mind dwells in a sound body. So a person can perform better only if he is healthy. A sick person cannot perform in a better way. So in health we have three kinds of medicine. One is preventive medicine, the other one is curative medicine and social medicine. So here preventive medicine is the medicine that is given to the people or the public to prevent some of the diseases and illnesses. Say for example, it can be vaccination. For example, BCG, HPV or COVID-19 vaccine. Whereas curative medicine is to cure some illness. Say people take like antibiotics or like the tablets like paracetamol or dolo for a fever. So just like that, curative medicine is a medicine or tablet that is given to cure an illness, whereas preventive is a vaccination that is given in order to prevent the diseases. Then we have social medicine. So even the government can render social medicine to the public by giving them proper sanitation facilities and clean water, because there are many waterborne diseases that are caused by contaminated or polluted water. Say some of the diseases like jaundice or dengue, or because of the biting of the mosquito, and which usually attracted due to the polluted water, and typhoid. These are the waterborne diseases because of the contaminated water. So if the public is provided with clean water and sanitation, the public can be healthy. So in that way, the public can give healthy workforce to the nation. And apart from education, health, we also have on-the-job training. So here, how the man's ability can be improved by equipping with more and more skills. That skills can be provided by the on-the-job training. That means training in firm or off campus in order to enhance the productivity of the employees. So when they are trained, they'll be able to perform well, efficiently and effectively. So training is equally important, both technical and non-technical training. And migration. So migration is one of the way where people move from one place to another, seeking for the higher paying locations and higher income, and outweighs costs. That means people from rural areas move to urban areas, and people who are more educated and more skilled, they move from country to country for higher paying locations as well as jobs. So through migration, we can also get the human capital, along with that through information. So information plays a vital role, because without proper information, a person cannot take a right decision. So it is always, say for example, if a person knows well like data on salaries, skills needed, job opportunities he has for better decision making, then he can take better decisions for his life. Moving forward, we have human capital and economic growth. That means it says how human capital can contribute to economic growth. So what is that link between human capital and economic growth? So for any country to become a developed nation, so along with the financial ability of the country or the productivity like production of goods and services, human resources and their performance is equally important to increase the national income of the country. So this is all about how human capital can contribute to economic growth. So one difference that every human beings, by increasing knowledge and skills, how we can contribute is that through productivity differences. That means educated and skilled worker earns and contributes more than uneducated and unskilled. So it is through education, skills and knowledge that is able to serve more and more people. So along with education, health ensures uninterrupted labor supply for increasing the productivity of the country, as sick person cannot work effectively or efficiently. Along with that, some of the factors increasing income generating capacity for the people is, as we discussed in the previous slide, it is the education, health, on-the-job training, as well as the information about job market and migration. So all these factors contributes towards economic growth. Then role in economic growth. So all this contributes like education, health, migration, training and overall human resources by increasing their capacity to earn more. What role they play in economic growth? So how economic growth can be seen? So skilled workers, knowledgeable workers can contribute for stimulating innovation of the country. So we have seen like the institutions like IITs and IIMs generate thousands of engineers, and they have invented various types of, they have made innovation in terms of IT sector, and many scientific researches they have done. So it contributes to the overall innovation and adoption of new technologies for the country. And not only that, the knowledge helps adapt to societal and scientific changes that can be made in the country in terms of administration, in terms of science and technology, in terms of social policies and rule changes that can be taken. Maybe regarding an employment opportunity, maybe regarding the IT sector and adopting cutting edge technologies, etc. So, innovation both in industrial sector and even in the social background on the sector also it helps for the both societal and scientific changes that can be made and adopted in the country. And apart from that, when we take the example of what are the measurement challenges we have in terms of, say for example, how to measure the human capital. So, some of the measurement challenges we have is that education indicators, like based on the years of schooling, based on the pupil teacher ratio, it should, based on this we are able to measure what is the quality of the human capital. So, sometimes based on the pupil and the teacher ratio, it may not show the quality of the education. And some of the health indicators like life expectancy of the people. Say for example, in India, we have 69 years of life expectancy, mortality rate, and it may not reflect the actual health status sometimes. So, there are some challenges in the measurement of this human capital and its contribution towards economic growth. Moving forward, some of the observations that can be seen is that the developing countries, especially, there is a faster human capital growth. Apart from that, but per capita income growth is slower. Sometimes why this measurement can indicate a negative growth is that the overall GDP might be increasing, but the per capita income growth might be slower. That means sometimes the education skills are, the investment for education and health would be high, but the per capita income growth is slower. That means India could not achieve the human capital formation. Though it has invested, it could not bring the human with proper skills and abilities. So, there can be the causalities in two ways. One is where higher income may lead to better human capital, and sometimes better human capital can give way for them to generate higher income. Let us see what is India's policy perspective on generating the human capital or formulating the human capital. Here, as per the India's 7th 5-year plan, the human resources were considered as the key in large population countries, especially the countries like India. In most of the large populated countries, so development of human resources is very important for the overall development of the country. And not only that, they should be well trained, education should be proper, and that education and well trained population can lead to increase the asset for growth and social change. Hence, well trained and well educated and healthy workforce can lead to the better development of the nation. This was all regarding the human capital formation in India and how human capital can contribute towards economic growth. Hope you all have understood. Thank you.